Now I would like to invite Dr. Samarpan Singh on the stage to explain further about advancement in Indian healthcare. Let us all put our hands together for Dr. Samarpan Singh.
Healthcare right now in India is probably the fastest growing industry in terms of revenue, and it generates a lot of employment. It is big enough to attract a lot of big corporates and a lot of HNIs into the industry. Recently, we saw how Mr. Munjal was interested in buying the Fort Estate, and a lot of other corporates, the Tata Group entering. So, healthcare is right now at a juncture where it is growing leaps and bounds. I feel that a lot of advancements that are taking in the healthcare industry is because of technology, and I'm a lot younger to you guys, so I haven't seen those days where. So my father tells me back in the day, radiology was not an option, and everything was relied upon the doctor and on the clinical examination. Doctors my age are probably not as good as you guys when it comes to clinical examination, and we rely a lot on radiology and laboratory investigations. And I feel like the generation after us would rely a little more on that as well. But as of today, healthcare has been changed a lot. For example, I saw growing up, my father started from a polyclinic and turned it into a hospital. So the scenario right now is the smaller hospitals have either evolved into bigger setups, or the corporates have overtaken them. Also, the incoming of insurance has played a very big role in the development of healthcare system in India, because a lot of people who are either covered under empanelments or private insurances have been accepting treatments now, because they've been earlier they were not able to afford it, but because of the government schemes like ECHS, ESI, and other private insurances, they've been willing to accept treatment. Another reason for good healthcare now is a lot of money is being pumped in by governments and by public sectors into R&D of newer drugs and newer vaccines. For example, we saw there was an outbreak of swine flu back in 2012, and after that, Bharat Biotech came up with a swine flu vaccine, which was the first in the world. So it was by an Indian company, and now they've tied up with Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation to supply vaccines to Africa as well. So India is at a junction. We are a developing country, so we are at a junction where we are moving in a direction that is very good for healthcare industry, and the government's been very supportive as well. I would like to conclude on that. Thank you so much.
Next award is for Among Best Multi-Speciality Hospital for 2018 Ludhiana, and the award goes to Deep Hospital. Please welcome on stage Dr. Samarpan Singh and Mrs. Mandeep Kaur.